It's live.
We can get started.
Hafide, good evening. I'd like to call this public hearing to order. I'd like to recognize the Guam Academy Charter School Council members that are present here this afternoon. I'd like to go in to my right. We have Mr. David Camacho, who is present. And to my left, we have my dear friend, Rosanna San Miguel Tiston. I butchered that, I apologize. And myself as Madam Chairperson, I'm Evangeline Cepeda. We thank you for being present. Because I'm very punctual, it is 5:01, we're going to go ahead and proceed with this public hearing. Okay, I need to state this for the record, that under public law, Guam Code Annotated, Title 17, Chapter 12, Guam Academy Charter Schools Act of 2009, Section 12113B, a charter may be renewed at an unlimited number of times, each time for a 6-year period. Okay, the last renewal for iLearn was back in January 22nd, 2020. So it is up, this is the 6th year, which is required by law. WASC accredited as required through June 30th, 2028. This is a great plus that they have an accreditation with WASC. Under another section of the law, Section 12113I, a public hearing under this subsection shall take place not later than 30 days after the council receives a timely written request for the public hearing under subsection F of this section, which they have. iLearn's application was received August 8th, 2025. Public hearing advertised August 20th, 2025, and again on August 25th, 2025 on the Pacific Daily News. Notices were also posted on iLearn's campus, and it's we have proof of that, correct? And also at the Deputy Mayor's office, just that the public notice is announced. Okay, and then tonight we will have the public hearing for all those that are going to, I'm going to give the floor to the iLearn in a bit, and then they will take over to start the public hearing. I like this public hearing to be very short, to the point, have everybody sign in for the record, whether you oppose it or in support of iLearn. Okay, and then once we complete the public hearing, a board meeting has been scheduled for Thursday, September 11th, 2025 at the iLearn Academy Charter School right here, where we will have our Guam Academy Charter School Council board meeting, and part of that agenda is to vote for another 6 years for iLearn's charter school. With that said, I would like to thank everyone for being here. I know everybody's busy. I know everybody could be at another place, and I appreciate that you're present here. You know, there's strength in numbers, and we're all about being positive 20 for the school year for all the charter schools, and I mean all the charter schools. With that said, we do have our problems, but we find solutions. The objective is to resolve it, nip it, and move forward. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to iLearn's management team, and then they can take over from there. Thank you very much.
We're going to start off with a video. If you could take a look on your right.
iLearn Academy Charter School opened its doors to 132 students in a small campus in Chico. Growing to 360 students, iLearn Academy Charter School moved to the Equity Village. Here, we are at our temporary location until we move to our permanent home in Harmon, where we will be the home of up to 600 elementary students a year.
And here we are today.
So each student from kindergarten to 5th grade is equipped with an iPad, which enhances their interactive learning.
I love teaching at iLearn because we have that sense of community. You know, within the school, we are really like a family. We work like a family. And like the staff and admin is just very supportive, and everybody is so approachable. I never hesitate if I have any questions or any clarification of anything. I can turn to any teacher. I can turn to anybody in the office, and they're always willing to help me. The communication that we have with our families is really the key to the success of the child, the success of the school. You know, overall, that's really what makes us a family, makes us a community.
You're coming to school every day with a smile, and everyone's gonna greet you, right? Good morning, guys! Like that every single day in the office. I've noticed the environment that we have here. We just grow together, we support together, and every success I notice that we only celebrate as a team. I love the fact that I am able to be myself and to, be open with my my admin team, and it's just an open door of communication. And as a teacher, that's very important because trust is built.
It's a school unlike any other I've been to in my life before, but I really like that this school gets to be the tip of the spear of what it means to take the innovative approach to education.
We have all these programs that really grow our students holistically, like gardening and dance. And what's even more great about it is that we do our best to try to get as many students participate versus just your small group of 10 or 20. Our admin really pushes the staff and the faculty to grow. So every year is a new year. Come next year, we're going to be doing something different. And us as faculty members, we expect that now. So I think that's what really separates us from the rest.
I hope that the robotics doesn't take away from the undertones of real life, real world applications, because you might say that this is just computer programming. It's just about robotics and Legos and engineering, but I like to think that there's a lot more beneath the surface. It's not just that they know how to put two and two together or know which block goes with what other block. It's just like, how can they take it home with them and say, this is what I've learned.
Just thinking of the activities that we're going to do for a particular day, it gives me energy. And I love seeing them just working out, doing a lot of exercises and doing a lot of activities in class. I love seeing them doing something.
I think my main thing, segueing from what Mr. Moha said, is just to take what they learn here, even if they don't remember a specific lesson or me specifically as a teacher. I want to know that they go off in life knowing the difference between right and wrong, and just overall, deep down, they have this memory of being here, even if it's not a specific person or place or moment, but they know iLearn will always be their home also.
Do you love being a student at iLearn?
Yes. Yes. All the teachers are so understanding.
iLearn's like a second home for me.
I love the teachers, staff, their employees, and principals. I love how the teachers are so kind, the admin, and also everyone that goes here, they're super nice.
It's fun and I like learning here.
Do you think you want to be a scientist one day?
Yes.
What kind of scientist?
Marine biologist. I would like to be two things of musicians and industry.
I want to be a mechanical engineer. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a fashion designer.
I want to be a waiter, a singer, or an artist.
Seeing here now and being an administrator, it really is a testament to the journey itself here at the school. But what I love the most about the school is basically everything. I love the curriculum, I love our staff, I love our staff, I love our faculty, I love all the kids, I love this building and just everything that we have as a school. I'm just so deeply passionate about.
When we officially became school principals in 2020, me and Ms. Dunn had told each other that whatever we do, no matter how hard or how busy or how difficult, the days are going to be, we would always be there for each other. Till this day, our doors are always open for each other and for everyone else, having them not be afraid to come to us, whether it's a teacher or our office staff or even the students. It goes to show how much we made the school so positive.
It's true, we made a deal too. We're like, hey, as administrators and as principals, we should always have our foot in the classroom. Never, ever, ever forget what it's like to be in a teacher's shoes, so that when we're making decisions, that impact them, that we always keep them close to heart and consider their workload and consider the things that they're doing to basically be that kind of leader.
It's the kids, really, because it's like they come here and they have a place to be themselves. They can always come back to iLearn when things get hard. They always have a home here. They always have teachers from before that will remember them, and we'll always be welcoming to them.
Beyond subjects, beyond lessons, to know and understand that we as teachers are always there for them.
That feeling of like, they're so excited to see you out there, they run up to you, they give you a hug.
Like we're real. They didn't know we were real.
It's like I felt like a celebrity,
The bond that we've created with our students, our parents, and just the bond that we have in this workplace, it's just top notch. And I'm just so blessed to be working here, being a part of iLearn's 10-year anniversary.
My why for remaining at iLearn are my students. They continue to teach me compassion, patience, and hope. I am looking forward for the next 10 years. It's been crazy, exciting, and a fun ride, but I am glad to still be a part of it.
Just looking around, I feel like I finally found my home. I feel at home. That makes me excited to be here. I am home.
We dare to dream big about what this school would grow into and what our future students and current students would be able to experience. And I can confidently say, standing here, that we have surpassed all of our expectations. God is truly so faithful. We continue to plan, and we continue to dream, and we continue to pray over the future of this school and the future of our students, in the hopes that they will continue to become lifelong learners, that when they are asked where they grew to love learning, they can say,
I learned that.
I learned that.
I learned that.
I learned that. I learned that.
We learned that.
We learned that here at iLearn.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. So this past January, iLearn Academy celebrated our 10th year anniversary, and we had this video made to kind of showcase and illustrate where iLearn started, where we grew today, and to vision cast what we hope for our future for our school and our students. And we wanted to start our public hearing by showing you that video. But we're going to go into our testimonies. We have several of them from our iLearn family, and I will get us started.
Can I go ahead and just acknowledge, thank you very much. I'd like to acknowledge Senator Vincent Borja. He's our chair of the Committee on Education for being present. Thank you, Senator. Would you like anything to say before we start?
All right. Yes. Hop it in. Good evening to Honorable Senator Vince Borja, the members of the Guam Charter School Council, our iLearn Academy Charter School faculty, our staff, our students, parents, and to the entire school community. My name is Rachel Alfaro-Stake. I am the Chief Academic Officer here at iLearn Academy, and it is an honor to share the progress of our school with you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Your presence means so much to us. Today is not only about renewing a charter, it is about reaffirming a shared vision for education here in Guam. From the very beginning, iLearn is founded on a simple yet profound belief that education must nurture the whole child. Our mission statement says it best. iLearn Academy Charter School instills in its students the standards of academic scholarship, integrity, leadership, and responsible citizenship, utilizing technology to propel them to become innovative, inventive, and imaginative global thinkers. This mission statement guides everything that we do, and we are committed not only to building strong academic skills, but also to fostering resilience and creativity and character in every student to ensure that they leave us equipped with the knowledge and the skills to succeed not only as students, but as leaders and contributors in the 21st century workforce. The results speak clearly and they speak for themselves. When the pandemic disrupted learning worldwide in 2020, iLearn students stayed on track. While many schools experienced significant learning loss, our students continued to grow. To illustrate this, we look to our current 5th grade class. This is the cohort who entered kindergarten at the height of the pandemic in school year 2020 to 2021, when every school faced unprecedented challenges. Yet, despite those disruptions, these students have excelled in both math and English language arts, with recent district-wide assessments confirming their impressive growth. Their success shows what is possible when teachers are empowered and supported, when families are engaged and involved, and when every child is known by name and by need. The success of our 5th grade class, I'm happy to report, is not an isolated story. Across every grade level, proficiency is rising. Our classrooms are filled with students who are not simply learning, they are thriving. So why should our charter be renewed? Because iLearn Academy Charter School is more than just a school. We have built an environment where students feel safe and supported, where teachers are equipped to excel, and where learning goes far beyond simply preparing for tests. The impact that we've made on our students reaches beyond our walls, where parents see their children becoming confident, curious, and compassionate. They're not just better students, they're better people. This is the culture that iLearn has created, and it proves what is possible when you focus on educating the whole child. Looking ahead, we're really excited. iLearn is pursuing a STEM certification to strengthen our ability to inspire learners in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, preparing students for the careers of tomorrow while keeping creativity and character at the heart of everything that we do. In the coming years, we also plan to expand our professional development efforts with our very own teachers leading trainings for educators across Guam. By sharing what works and maybe what doesn't work, we can help more students across the island grow and thrive no matter which school they attend. In closing, iLearn has delivered results in the toughest of times. We have nurtured students, we have empowered and supported teachers, and we have shown that excellence and care can go hand in hand. When you renew our charter, you're not just approving a school, you're investing in a vision of education where every child can flourish. Thank you for your time, for your trust, and for your commitment to the children that we all serve. Thank you. At this time, we'll be calling up our next student representative, Miss Atisa again, if you can make your way up.
Oh my God!
Half a day. My name is Atisa again. I'm in 5th grade. I've been with iLearn since kindergarten. What makes iLearn special is that the staff and the faculty are really caring, and the teachers want to help us succeed and help us with our education. As students, we all gained great friendships these past years. The reason why I like iLearn because iLearn is my second home. Home is a place where people care and encourage us and keep us safe. Here at iLearn, we are taught how to navigate our way to an iPad by using Google Classroom and different apps. iLearn impacts the community by adding extra learning to what schools already teach. It gives students special chances to learn new things that they might not get in regular schools. iLearn also helps making sure all the students get a fair chance to learn. Viva iLearn!
Thank you, Atisa. Next up, we have Mr. Kane Ong. Please make your report.
reason why iLearn is special is because you just don't learn from the teachers, you also learn from the admins, Power Bros, friends, teachers, and classmates. Also, iLearn has a community where you respect others no matter their race or skin color. Why I like iLearn is because all the admin, Power Bros, friends, classmates, and teachers are very friendly. What impact does iLearn have is because the Wave Club and NEHS go to some part of Guam and help clean up Guam to make it beautiful and nice. Viva iLearn.
It takes a lot of courage for students to come up here and speak. So good job, Atisa. Good job, Kane. Next up, we have one of our teachers. She's a current kindergarten teacher. I'll let her share. Miss Kiana Pinto.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Miss Kiana Pinto. And this is my testimony. Having taught at iLearn Academy Charter School for almost 7 years, I can truly say that it's far more than just a school. It is a thriving community and a supportive family where both educators and students are given the opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed together. What makes our school so unique is the way we approach learning. From kindergarten through 5th grade, our students are encouraged to explore, question, and think critically about the world around them. We don't just teach science, technology, engineering, and math. We create opportunities for students to apply those skills in meaningful, hands-on ways. Whether it's through project-based learning, collaborative problem solving, or integrating STEM into everyday lessons, our students are developing not only academic knowledge, but also curiosity, creativity, and resilience. As a teacher, what I love the most is the supportive environment. This school values innovation, encourages professional growth, and trusts educators to use their strengths to inspire students. I feel that my voice matters here, and that makes all the difference. The relationships I have built with colleagues, students, and families are what truly makes teaching here valuable. Having an open line of communication with students' parents is one thing that sets the base of strong learning practices here at our school. This allows parents to know that they are partners in their child's education, and together we can create a strong foundation for success both inside and outside of the classroom. The impact of our school and the community is immeasurable. Families know that their children are receiving an education that prepares them not only for the next grade, but for the future. Our students leave with the confidence to lead, the skills to problem solve, and the mindset to dream big. For me personally, teaching here has been nothing less than rewarding. Teaching here at iLearn constantly reminds me of my passion for education and why I chose this profession. This school is more than just a workplace. It is a place where innovation, community, and a joy in learning come together every single day. And I am proud to be a part of it. Viva iLearn!
Thank you, Ms. Kinto. The next testimony is going to be from our very own, one of our very own principals, Ms. Maria Dunn.
Buenas and half a day to the members of the Guam Charter School Council and all of the stakeholders in our iLearn community. My name is Maria Dunn, and I have had the privilege of being a part of iLearn Academy Charter School since it first opened its doors in 2015. I began here as a teacher, and this was my very first teaching job. Over the years, I grew alongside the school, learning everything I know about STEM education, student-centered teaching, and what it truly means to meet the needs of every child. Today, I serve as the principal, and it has been both an honor and a natural progression of my mission as an educator. When I was a teacher, I made this promise to my students: to create a classroom that is engaging, challenging, and fun, to be honest with them about both their academic and personal struggles, and to help them grow into independent learners who understand the value of resilience and grit. My greatest hope was always to raise children who are confident,
fearless and inquisitive, young people with the power and integrity to define themselves despite life's challenges. That mission still goes strong today, and it guides me. The only difference is that now, as a principal, my role is to support teachers so that they can fulfill promises like mine for every student who walks through our doors. It means the world to me to learn alongside our teachers, to express their needs, to share their ideas, and to have their voices heard in the matters that affect them the most. My commitment to iLearn is also deeply personal. Both of my children attended iLearn from kindergarten through 5th grade. As both a parent and an educator, I have seen firsthand the impact of this school on shaping not only strong students and learners, but kind, resilient, and capable young people. I know when my kids are happy, and I know when they're empowered to learn and ask questions, and let me tell you, they love to ask questions. In the last 10 years, I have seen iLearn Academy change and grow in extraordinary ways. Each year has been better than the last, more innovative, more impactful, more committed to giving our students not just an education, but the tools and confidence to shape their own futures. Our students do not just excel in the classroom. They participate in science fairs, spelling bees, and robotics challenges. They are active in our WAVE Club, our art program, dance club, and on the basketball, volleyball, and soccer courts and fields. They learn to navigate multiple academic programs and still, somehow, have the energy and drive to do more. They can do all of this because, as a school, we believed that they could, and we equipped them to rise to the challenge. It is with pride and deep gratitude that I stand here in support of our charter renewal. iLearn Academy has been my professional home since the beginning, and I believe wholeheartedly in the vision and the community we have built together. There is more in store for our students, for our families, and for our island. Thank you for believing in us and for continuing to walk with us as we prepare the next generation of leaders and innovators.
Thank you, Ms. Dunn. Last but not least, our Chief Operations Officer, Ms. Helen Nishihira.
A lot has been said, but good evening, Honorable Senator Vince sorry, I'm so nervous. The Guam Academy Charter School Council, and our friends. I see our friend Sifa, our partner in crime here, and I see our founder, one of our founders, Gus Saban. I want to just honor him as well, and our entire team. You know what a.
I see Mont Carmel here.
Oh, and Mount Carmel. Thank you so much. You know, I don't have it here, but you know, charter school is not easy. But one thing that is beautiful about charter school is the friendship we bond through each school. We don't see each other as pitting each other against each other because there's such a great need for education here in Guam, great education. And so we can coexist, support each other, encourage each other, work with each other, and find each other thriving. And that's what we've been seeing. Yesterday I was at Career Tech. Hural was here during the summer, and we're constant in communication with SIFA, and it's just such a beautiful relationship with Charter. But let me go back to my script. As we close out tonight's testimonies, I want to remind us all that iLearn's story is one of proven success, grounded in both data and dedication. Year after year, our clean audits demonstrate not only fiscal responsibility, but long-term sustainability. Our ever-present waitlist is proof that we are meeting and maximizing the capacity set by the Guam legislature, while also showing the confidence and trust the people of Guam place in this institution. And our academic data continues to affirm that iLearn remains steadfast in fulfilling its mission, goals, and objectives. On behalf of the iLearn Academy Charter School Board of Trustees, administrative team, faculty, staff, students, and our parents, we respectfully and wholeheartedly ask the Guam Academy Charter School Council to renew iLearn's charter for another 6 years. Furthermore, we seek your approval for our amendment to transition our accrediting body from WASC to Cognia. and to expand iLearn's impact by opening middle school enrollment beginning in school year 26-27, as outlined in our renewal application. We also want to express our deepest appreciation and gratitude to this council for your continued guidance and support, to the legislature for funding our mission to transform education in Guam, to the governor, our vendors, our landlord for standing with us, and most importantly, to the families who have called iLearn home. You have walked with us through challenges and triumphs of life. Charter schools are not easy, but they are worth it. They are good for Guam, and iLearn is living proof of that. And yes, I mentioned that we have maximized our space. iLearn is already looking forward ahead to expand because there's a great need for charter. That's it. Sorry. Viva iLearn.
I'd like to also mention too what Ellen had added. We, in the last 3 years, iLearn has been the only school that has basically met its full capacity under the law or under the council. Because when I became chair, I vowed not to be overpopulated, not to be overwhelming, and that was a critical way to ensure that the classrooms are smaller and that the learning environment is smaller. It focuses on each and every child. And so with that, the situation for the last 3 years is they're at a cap, they can't increase, they have to wait for them to graduate, then kind of put people in little by little. And I have parents calling me and say, Ms. Cepeda, my child has been waiting for a year. I mean, they're number 2. Why is it that they're still number 2? And I had to explain that if it was up to us, we would, but the building capacity is at its fullest. And so we're trying to, again, think outside the box, within the guidelines of the law, to find another option, alternative. Because again, this school was the first, iLearn was the first to set precedents with regards to charter schools. When this school was built, there was a groundbreaking ceremony, and this was a big deal. New school for iLearn, and it was the first on the island. And so you can walk the school and you can see the campus. It's a beautiful school. And they've done a great job maintaining the facility. Nothing is broken. I walked the last time we had a meeting here, I walked the hallways. I was very impressed because I was teasing Ellen and I was teasing the staff. I said, I could literally lick the floor. Because that's how clean it is. It's so impressive when you go into a restroom and there's nothing broken. And that shows that there's a lot of respect here in the school. Toilets are like brand new. It's comforting to see something that you could think very small, but such a big thing. It's very important when parents see that. When parents see this, they want their child to come here. And to every charter school, I'm a big supporter of charter schools and the councils, okay, the members of this council. And I just wanted to say this, that iLearn is looking at options to grow and to expand, and so and still kind of remain here. So that's the goal, okay? So I don't want to open Pandora's box and they're going to come and say, okay, are they moving out of the place? No, we're looking at different and other options. The great thing about charter schools is we have more flexibility to maneuver around. And that's the beauty about it. Because, I need to say this and I probably will get in trouble, but I'm going to say it anyways. When you give leaders the freedom to do a little, they're more open-minded, they're more creative, and a lot of things get done. And this is why it works for the charters. And so, for all the 7 charters, you know that every 6 years, this is the law. We follow the law. The council's job is to ensure the law is met, and we have to meet the window of opportunity, because once they get it to us, okay, what does the law say? 30 days. We have to do all this, post this up, and meet the requirement. And then we still have to have a council board meeting to ensure that we meet within the guidelines that follows under the law. So we are meeting this. This is why we're having our next council meeting on Thursday, September 11th, to meet within that guidelines, and part of that agenda will be to vote on if the council is going to renew the charter or whatever the council may be. Okay, and I was told that we have more testimonies, and I apologize. Oh, okay. Oh, nothing. It's great. Thank you.
So good evening, Senator, charters, members. I wasn't gonna speak until I saw the senator show up. I go, gosh, I got an opportunity where he has to sit and listen. But thank you for coming. Really, it saves a lot, Senator. But you know, if you look around and you look at the school, the enthusiasm, you can feel it here at iLearn. And that's all for $7,800 per child. There is not a reason why every school in Guam should look. This shouldn't be like an option or a dream for every child, right? It should be a reality. What I'm saying is, they have made it happen. And so, with that being said, I wanted to start off by saying thank you very much for funding the public school system. My name is Fred Nishihira, for the record. I'm testifying as a spouse or one of the employees, okay, the CEO. But also because I really believe in charter schools, and most importantly, what iLearn does, and why it should be renewed, and why it should be rewarded by being allowed to expand, and expand slowly. It isn't by accident that this happened. You've heard a lot of people testify to how it's innovative, how it's inventive, how it's imaginative. It's so much so that that's part of their mission statement. But if you look further into it, there is a verse in the Bible from Romans 12:2 that says, do not be conformed to this world, but be renewed. Renew your mind by I'm sorry. I'm excited here because it's the word of God, you know. But do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And whether your student testified, to the CEO testified, you hear that. Education is not stagnant in this place. It is moving. It is constantly evolving, if that's what the scientific word you want to use, right? That's something that needs to be renewed. Today you hear in the highest education that, you know what, the college degrees that each and every one of us got is not as valuable as it used to be. So you know what, the education today needs to be preparing the students for something very different, right? A different future than the future that we had known growing up. And that's what's happening here. So when you hear they're preparing kids, they're preparing kids for a world like that. Where my daughters went to school and went to college for coding and programming, you can hear already AI has taken over that. There's actually a waiting list to get a job. But the point and the most important testimony that I wanted to give was, of course, the support of the renewal. But I also want to testify strongly and in favor of allowance. And maybe, Senator, thinking about expanding and giving the council authority to determine if there is the equivalent of surplus or lapse funds within the charter school. So not even asking for outside, that they be allowed to move that. Because certainly if a school has hit its iLearn, then they're financially bound. In fact, I know, just because my wife tells me, that they're over. But it really does amazingly, you know, friends of mine now, because they've worked so long with her, send me pictures on the first day in February when school enrollment opens, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, there's a line that goes out the street, down the street, and so forth. And that's because that's when people line up to sign up for iLearn. It's an exciting place. Council, please renew. Council, please allow them to expand. Senators, continue to fund, not just iLearn, but the rest of the charter schools are here. And I do want to say, Viva iLearn! Viva!
Just so you know, Fred is not only the husband of Ellen, but Fred was on the council for DOE when we were on the board of education, so he's very familiar with the entire public school system. Thank you, Fred, for your testimony. Is there any others before I turn the floor to our senator? Thank you, everyone. To the two kids back there, you did amazing. I've got to say this, amazing job. Public speaking, even for educated people, is tough. The fact that you did it is amazing, so I applaud both of you. And to your parents, because it does matter. Support is very important, and the school is great. I just want to say this, okay? So I'm going to turn this over to Senator Vincent Borja.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You know, I just want to share, because when I first when I got inaugurated and I started the tour of the schools, including the public schools, I was invited for the 10-year anniversary for iLearn, and maybe because they took the time to bring me around their school, I was very impressed at just the campus, right? Because of course, I've toured the public schools, and you know, they have their problems, and we're working on that, but I'm very, I can't say it enough, like, when I talk about the charter schools, or when I like to brag about the great work, not that the other charter schools aren't doing great things, but again, I had the opportunity to walk to the classrooms, they showed me the office, of course we were in the gym, and just very impressed at how clean, like you said, like, you know, I didn't want to lick the floor, but I was very impressed at how clean the campus was. And then even the video that you guys were able to put together, highlighting the success and some of the great things, or all the great things that you guys do here at iLearn, is very impressive. And I look forward to seeing those from all the other charter schools as well. I know I really have been, and I apologize, I really have been heavily invested in GDOE, and they have, you know, for good reasons, of course, and there's a lot of work to be done there. I do work closely with the chair in regards to just all the, especially the funding with the charter schools. I will say that when I went to Washington, D.C. over the summer and met with USDOE, it's no secret that the president is in support of school choice, which means not that he's not a fan of public schools, but a lot of the money and a lot of the initiatives that we're hoping comes out eventually in the next budget definitely pushes more money to the charter schools. And that's just the way, or the message that we got was, one, prepare for that, because Guam doesn't necessarily have a state education agency, right, that is supposed to manage the charter schools and the public schools as a whole, especially when it comes to federal funding. So that is one thing that we'll continue to work with the council in regards to preparing for that. But there is a lot of, there should be, again, based on what USDOE put out, there should be a lot of good things that are coming down the pipeline in regards to supporting school choice, supporting charter schools, while on the same token as well, I'm a strong advocate for the charter schools with GDOE as well, right? We all know they have a hard time spending money, and so the question I ask all the time is, how can the charter schools, use some of this money? In fact, just to put them on notice, to put you guys on notice in regards to the money that they have now, at least the last time I met with them, they might lose some federal funding. So, if we can work to get some of that before they return it. But again, good job. I encourage the council to review the charter and continue to do the great things. And again, I look forward to going to the other charter schools and taking some time to see the great things that you guys are doing. So thank you again for inviting me, and thank you for being here tonight. Thank you.
You know how I do things. I like to keep it within the hour because everybody's busy, and I appreciate everybody's time, talent, and treasure for being here in one way or another, supporting with the food, to all those that prepare all the time whenever we go to functions, letting you know that in November, we will have our council meeting at Mount Carmel. So we see Mount Carmel help because we have not done it at Mount Carmel since they've been a charter. We've done it at Career Tech, and as a council chair, I kind of showed it's important for us to go to the site, be there, and make every 7 charter schools feel just as important. I live in Gallatin, so this is the most convenient, but I like to go down south. So I'm just giving you a heads up that Valley will be getting a hold of you. So our next is for September, but September's here because this is where we're going to the public and vote for this. And then our November will be at Mount Carmel down at Ogden. Okay? Without further ado, it is 5:45, and we're going to call this public hearing to a close. Thank you. Hope to see all of you on Thursday, September 11th, here at iLearn Academy Charter School for the voting of another 6 years of the iLearn Charter School. Okay? Thank you and good evening.